Yeah.
Good to go? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and our dear guests and our area director, Toastmaster Anusha. I'm the Sergeant at Arms today's meeting from installation ceremony. I welcome you all to the 186th meeting of our Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. Let's welcome everybody. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention the 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmasters meetings. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing all these topics. Secondly, please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting or if you're about to move and do certain actions. So these are for the ground rules, and I, as everybody in their life, also have the mission to achieve the goals. In a similar way, our Toastmasters also has a mission. The vision of Toastmasters is to be the first choice provider of dynamic, high-value, experiential communications and leadership skills development. With this, I announce this meeting is open and hand over the stage to our president, Swarnalata.
Ma'am, to
Toastmaster.
Surya.
Okay, Toastmaster Suryadeep. Is he there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Suryadeep.
Good evening, one and all. My name is Dr. Suryadeep Mazumdar, presiding our phenomenal meeting from the city of magic itself. Yes, Speak Magic Toastmasters Club is here in Chennai. And finally, we can say that after a long time, the president of the club is here in the city from where the club actually belongs. So super sensational, super fired up. I'm a little outside, so kindly pardon me. You see, the most important element when it comes to Toastmasters is I'm keeping aside all the leadership opportunities, speaking opportunities, the whole networking and every single thing, it's kept completely aside. But you look at this name itself, Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. There's a reason it's called Speak Magic. The members are like a family. The people here, you feel completely at home. And most importantly, whenever you feel like you are scared, you are messed up, you are not really sure what's going to happen with you, you know you have a place where the members make you feel comfortable. On the 4th of July, recently gone Monday, I got married. Okay, that was a very unique experience. And two of our most distinguished members, DTM Hemant sir and Rajesh sir, graced our event, and this way itself. So that way, what we realized was that the importance of being a part of this family, that itself takes our club to newer heights. Last term, that got over in 30th of June, we broke numerous records. In fact, the club is going to have 2 DTMs very soon. We are so blessed for each one of you who is there gracing this particular event. Now, I would just like to take very quickly if there are any guest introductions. I think we have with us Lavanya. Lavanya, if you can introduce yourself to us and tell us what made you join and what are your expectations from today's meeting. Over to you.
Hi, just give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think Lavanya will be joining us very soon. So we'll probably be getting the feedback after getting to know her a little bit after some time. But right now, let me invite someone very special. Oh yes, by the way, guests, please fill up the form that Swarnalata ma'am has just posted, okay? I want to invite someone very special in this. I mean, of course, she made me realize that she saw me in the officers training program. Now, someone who is such a keen observer of an officers training program, I mean, to have such an amazing person as the area director, especially taking over from someone we all love, right? Premanand sir was someone we adored so much. And from there, taking the mantle from the man himself. Today, we are so blessed to have with us. The scooty behind me is disturbing my speech. What is this? I'm supposed to introduce properly. Okay. So let me invite our dearest area director, who is right now, as Swarnalata ma'am gave me her introduction, but more than just simply reading out the introduction, I feel it's my responsibility to talk about how I feel, right? Like, she's been a part of the Toastmasters for, I think this is her 6th year. She's taken numerous roles. She's an analyst by profession, so for sure, a lot of analysis she's going to be blessing us with today itself. But most importantly, you see that smile in her face. It just showcases the kind of a vibration and the resonance that she brings in. I'm sure in every single club meeting, we are immensely proud and blessed to have with us Toastmaster Anusha as our area director to preside over the installation. Anusha ma'am, over to you.
You Toastmasters, Suryadeep. It's lovely for that lovely introduction. I'm blessed to be here. This is like my first meeting with you all. You know what makes it a lot more special? Out of all the clubs that was with Premanand in the last term, this Sneak Magic Club was President Distinguished. So very congratulations to you all for that. I would love to see the club attaining the same status this term as well. Thank you, and best wishes to you all for that. Now let us proceed with the XCOM installation ceremony. A very warm good evening to one and all present here. I am Toastmaster Anusha, your area director for Area E4. I would like to take this opportunity to install the club officers for the next tenure, that is July 22 to December 22. May I request the outgoing officers who are present here to raise your hand, please. We have almost 4 officers now. At this point in time, you are discharged from all your duties and responsibilities as officers of the Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. We would like to thank you for the excellent service to the club. Thank you. May I now request the new officers for the current term to be ready. The installation of the incoming officers will be in the following order: Sergeant at Arms, the Treasurer, Secretary, Vice President Public Relationship, Vice President Membership, Vice President Education, and the President. I am here to install the officers of the Speak Magic Toastmasters Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make the club a very strong one, dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and think creatively. I will now ask each of the officers to hold the gavel as a symbol of leadership. I briefly will describe the challenges they must meet and responsibilities that they will fulfill. Since we are doing this virtually, assume that you hold the gavel in your hand and kindly raise your hand as an alternative when called upon. I see that we don't have Toastmaster Sijo, who is Sergeant at Arms. Anybody, the other Toastmaster from the club, can step up and be a proxy for him. Sure. I see Dr. Rajeshwari ma'am will be the proxy. Can we now have our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sijo, proxied by Toastmaster Dr. Rajeshwari, to step forward? As a Sergeant at Arms, your responsibility will be to make sure that all the supplies and materials are properly distributed or displayed at the meetings. You will greet the guests and the members and call the meeting to order at the scheduled time. Toastmaster Sijo, will you perform your duties to the best of your ability?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Can we now pass on the gavel to the treasurer, who is Toastmaster Pravat Ranjan Bihar?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Pravat. As a treasurer, you are responsible to keep the financial records and prepare the club budget. Once announced, when it's time for the members, you will pay the dues, explain the dues structure to the members. You will collect the dues, work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits the dues properly on time to the Toastmasters International. Toastmaster Pravat Ranjan Bihar will you perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we now pass on the gavel to the Secretary, Postmaster Dr. Rajeshwari?
Yes.
As a secretary, you are responsible to keep an accurate record of members, submit the officers list to Toastmaster International after the election is completed, and keep the club charter, constitution, bylaws, and minutes of the meeting. Toastmaster Dr. Rajeshwari, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you. Can we now pass on the gavel to the Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Uma Natraj?
Yes, ma'am.
As Vice President Public Relations, you are responsible to promote the club to the public media, spread the word about the membership programs, and attend Toastmaster events. Toastmaster Uma Natraj, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you. Can we now pass on the gavel to the Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Vikas?
Yes, ma'am.
As a Vice President Membership, you are responsible to conduct ongoing membership building programs, explain the educational program to the prospective members, and ask them to join and follow upon new members and absent members. Toastmaster Vikas, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I'll.
Thank you. Can we now pass on the gavel to the Vice President Education, Toastmaster Venkat Sai?
Yes, ma'am.
As a Vice President Education, you are responsible to plan successful meetings, help members achieve their educational goals, orient new members to the Toastmasters program as soon as they join, monitor new members' progress and the current ongoing members, represent your club at the area council meeting, and as the second highest ranking officer, preside over the meeting when the president is absent. Toastmaster Venkat Sai, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Can we now pass on the gavel to the President, Toastmaster Swarnalatha?
Yes, ma'am.
Having been elected to the club president of the Speak Magic Toastmasters Club, you are its chief executive officer and you will be expected to preside at all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of the executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and the Toastmaster International to meet their goals. Please accept the gavel as the symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. You are a member of your team and next the leader. A team is more a collection of a people. It's an emotional force rooted in your feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. With your team members to create a healthy and dynamic club, a club which will everyone be proud of. Toastmaster Swarnalatha, will you as president accept this challenge and perform the duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will, ma'am.
Thank you. Now, I request the members of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club to please raise your hand. Your officers team has pledged to serve this club to the best of its ability, but to be the best Toastmasters Club possible and to meet the needs of all its members, your club will need active participation of each and every member. Do you as members pledge to work together with your officers team to make Speak Magic Toastmasters Club the finest Toastmasters Club it can possibly be?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
lovely.
ma'am.
Yes.
We will.
That is the energy from you all. Thank you. By the authority vested in me as your area director, it is my sincere pleasure to declare that these Toastmasters officers installed in the respective club officers. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the officers of the Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. They will be the officers for the term July 2022 to December 2022. Congratulations to all the elected members. Now, I would like to request the club president, Toastmaster Swarnalatha, to say a few words to our club members.
Dear Toastmaster, Area Director Toastmaster Anusha, immediate past President Suryadeep, fellow and future Toastmasters. Good evening to one and all. I am thrilled and honored to stand in front of you. I sincerely accept this important role as a president of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. We, the army of 7 new ESCOMs, starring Toastmaster Uma Natraj, Toastmaster Rajeshwari Rapata, Toastmaster Vikesh Gulairia, Toastmaster Sujo Joy, and Toastmaster Venkat Sai, all are fired up to serve you all. The success of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club couldn't have been possible without the leadership of our previous ESCOMs, so big applause and congratulations for them. Our first priority would be to provide an outstanding learning environment and opportunity to each and every member of this club. And second, as our area director said, to achieve and retain the president's distinguished status that our club has. I remember when I joined Toastmaster a year back, I didn't have any clue of what was in store for me. I almost shied away joining Toastmasters for 3 years with the fear of judgment. But the first day when I attended as a guest in this club, it didn't take me a longer time to realize that this is a place where I was comfortable, where members were so warm and no point of judgment. So my sincere request and my desire would be is to offer all of you a sense of belonging along with a sense of support and empowerment with completely zero judgment. As dear Toastmasters, without your continued support, it is not possible for us to exceed the bars that has been set by our ex-ESCOMs. So I sincerely seek your cooperation. Discover that you all belong to us. Thank you once again. Let us make this year more rocking than ever before. And now I would like to pass on the dais to our area director, Toastmaster Anusha.
Thank you, ma'am. I have few announcements to make. So every year in Toastmaster, what happens is a lot of events are conducted throughout the year. I'll make sure that I'll pass on all the details to the president or to the EXCOM team. Now that I am here today, we have a few announcements and I wanted to see if any of you will be interested. First, I'm sure we'd have got the mail for this. Tomorrow there is an event called Train the Trainer that is happening. So what is going to happen is this is one program where they will train you to conduct the OTP. So what happens in officers training program is the place where they will train the current EXCOM. If you had been the EXCOM officer before, let's say that you are signing up for VPE this term, but you were a VPM last term, you can take up the training for the VPM of the current members. For that, they will give you training and they will give you all materials on how you should be conducting the training for the current VPM members. So that is where the Train the Trainers program is happening. It is scheduled to happen tomorrow from 9:30 to 12:30. You can register for the program. That is one. I request you to take up if you wish to be in the place of a trainer. So it gives you an opportunity to take that place. This year, 5 OTPs are conducted, which means almost 10 of the officers will get chance. Almost 50 trainers will be required for the program. If being a trainer excites you, you should definitely sign up for the program tomorrow. Next, as an area director, you all know that I have like 4 clubs who I'll be working with. It is definitely not a very easy place to run all the 4 clubs. So I'm definitely looking for help from all the 4 clubs. So there'll be something called as the extended area team. So we will be having area club quality director, area program quality director, and the area PR manager. Completely all the support will be provided. Just that we need people who will be working with all the 4 clubs throughout 1 year. So this will be an engagement for 1 year. So if you are willing to sign up to work with all the 4 clubs in the area, please do sign up for this. You can talk to Swarnalatha ma'am or directly you can reach out to me. We can discuss on what will be the roles and responsibilities for these areas. And then, like, if you are asking me why you should sign up for this, apart from being an ExCom, if you are looking to take up area roles or division roles for the next term, this will give you a very good introduction to for you to visualize what is happening at the area level. Also, whenever I attend any division meeting, I'll make sure that I will be taking my extended area team to all the division meetings. So this will give you a very good exposure to that. Next one is the OTP itself. The first OTP is scheduled to happen at Chennai on 23rd July. So this time the district officers want to have a lot of in-person meetings. So we'll be having program at Chennai. There'll be a meeting at Coimbatore. There'll be a meeting at Vellore. You can attend wherever or whichever place is very nearest to you. Or if you are, let's say that you are in Pune or outside Tamil Nadu as such, you can still attend online, but make sure that you attend in-person meeting, because that will give you a lot of networking opportunity, because Toastmasters is one place we come together for networking. That is also one of the biggest platforms for us that is available there. You reap the maximum benefits of Toastmaster when you meet a lot of people in person. Yeah, these are the things that I wanted to announce. But if there is anything that you want to reach out for, or if you want any opportunity, let's say that you're very interested in being MC for any of the events, please do reach out to me. We can see where we can fit in the opportunity, or I'll make sure that I'll come back to you whenever an opportunity like that opens up. Yeah, this is all I had for today. Thank you. And I can see that already you guys are very well gelled family kind of environment already. So I would love to come back whenever there is time. Thank you for the opportunity. Back to you, ma'am.
Thank you for gracing the event.
Thank you very much, Area Director Anusha ma'am. And although we had a very less interaction, but that every time I have found that warmth in you, and the way you always have guided me, and it was like very mutual. Thank you very much, and for accepting this. It is very grateful for us. Now I think the Toastmaster, we can transfer the dais to the Toastmaster of the day, Nitya ma'am.
A very good evening to all of you. Congratulations to all the new ExCom members. A special welcome to our area director as well. So it's been great seeing the installation ceremony. It's my very first time seeing it, and so it's really nice. I wish all of you all the best for your tenure. That's the thing. And let's go ahead with the meeting now. So today, when I thought about what topic to take for the day, I thought the concept of leadership would be the most pertinent to our meeting, since this meeting is all about installing new leaders. All right. So let us look into a perspective. So how important is leadership? So let's take one instance. I'm sure all of you are aware of one of the biggest MNCs or corporates, or how you call them. I'm sure all of you are aware of Apple, right? Apple started as a company making small computers, and it transformed into such a large company with so many products to unimaginable heights. And all of this was possible only because of one visionary leader called Steve Jobs. So being a leader requires a lot of effort, and a good leadership would steer a good company into the right place with the right product and bring all the glory to the company. So having said that, let me now call upon the general evaluator, Dr. Rajeshri Raprata, to introduce her tag team, which is basically the timer, R-counter, and the grammarian team. And let's go forward with the meeting. I'll be coming in the intervals, and I'll share more snippets about leadership. There is a lot for us to unravel and uncover. Let's do that step by step. Over to Rajeshri ma'am.
Thank you, TMOD Nitya. Today, I'm the GE for this 186th meeting, and for all the benefits of our members and guests. I conduct the evaluation part. I'll be conducting the evaluation part of our meeting, and I'll be calling on the team to assist me with giving the feedback of our speakers, and I'll also evaluate the entire meeting at the end, and I'll be giving out the report. So I invite our tag team, the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. So first of all, the timer. Yes. Because today we'll be having a marathon of table topics. So
Ma'am, today I will take on the timer also because Suryadeep has to drop out in the last moment. So I'll be taking out. I don't have the timer card, but then I will put it in the chat as time increases.
Thank
So,
you, TM Sonalata, for taking up the timer role. So I invite you to just tell about your role.
Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Today, I'm going to take up the timer role. As a timer, my role would be, I will be timing since we don't have any prepared speech today, so we have the table topic sessions. So each speaker has to speak for a minute. So in 1 minute, I will be putting the green, I will be showing the green card, and 1 minute, 30 seconds yellow, and 2 minutes, I will be showing the red card. Speakers will be given a grace time of 30 seconds. You're allowed grace time of 2 minutes, 30 seconds, after which you will be disqualified for the award. So I'll be putting the colors in the chat. So that's it. Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, Swarnalata, for taking up those roles. And mind everybody that the timing will be, the color will be given in the chart. So keep an eye on the chart for the times. Next, our role player is the grammarian. So help me welcome the grammarian. Please come up with your role.
Thank you, Gender Evaluator. I am the grammarian for today's meeting. See, in every Toastmasters meeting is like in a rainbow with different sessions. In this rainbow, there is one person who fills in the color, that is the grammarian. Why do I say so? Isn't it that all other Toastmasters play an important role? Yes, every role has its own importance, but being a grammarian is someone where grammar, when added to English, makes sense, right? Without grammar, whatever good English, whatever good thoughts I have, if it is not communicated well, it doesn't make the rainbow colorful. So in today's meeting, my role would be, I'll watch out for a very good usage of English and also not very good usage of English, so that we can discuss what can be improved, which in turn will help us to grow as a member. And today, as a grammarian, I have a duty to introduce the word of a day. Today, I thought instead of introducing a word of a day, let me introduce phrase of a day. It is keep your chin up. It is when we feel down, it is like whatever achievement we have done. So it's always said like when you are down, keep your chin up, be proud of your achievement. So it's like she always had her chin up in spite of all the struggles in her journey. So I encourage each and every one of you to use the sentence, use a phrase like keep your chin up. And whenever a member is using it, I will show my virtual thumbs up or applaud to encourage them to use the word. So that's all from me, Gender Evaluator.
Thank you, Swarnalata, for that wonderful explanation of the word of the day and taking up so many roles. One leadership quality that is multitasking is also exhibited by you. So our Speak Magic Club members will surely have the chin up to take up all the roles next time onwards. In next, our role player is the R counter. R counter role player. Who is the role player for R counter? Please come up and take up the platform and explain your role. R counter.
R counter, Kavya ma'am is not, she's not well.
Okay. Okay. So someone, okay, I will take up the R counter. Is it okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So my role, I'll be taking up the R counter role, and I'll be tracking up all the verbal pauses, the filler words, the R's, the ums that come out of a mouth while speaking. And these verbal pauses usually detract our message, and then we stop counting at 5, and then there is a distraction in the speech. So I'll be tracking all this, and at the end of the meeting, when GE myself will be calling up, I'll be telling all this. I will be giving up the report. So that's all for the R counter rule. And
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you have already SA and G. There will be enough adequate pressure on you.
Sir, can you take up the role then?
I can take up the role of R counter.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I hand over the platform to our TMOD to continue with the meeting.
Thank you, General Evaluator, ma'am. So continuing from where we left, leadership can be at various levels. So you can have a leader of a country, you can have a leader of an organization or a company, you can be the leader of a team, you could just lead 1 or 2 people. There are just so many facets of leadership, but there's one facet that you would probably not see a lot of people cover, and that exactly self-leadership. So we have seen the installation of leaders for the team now. So you can call it a team level leadership. But self-leadership is also important for us to move forward with a lot of clarity in life. So I believe it's a very important thing that we need to think about. I have a few points that I want to share before we move forward to the table topics. Could I get the screen share control, ma'am? I'm not sure who should be giving me the control.
Yeah, I'm giving.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So I believe my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, yes.
So let us just go through these points. These are the core competencies of self-leadership. So what is self-leadership in the first place? Self-leadership is, in layman terms or in very, very simple terms, self-leadership is nothing but being a leader and being accountable for your own self. At the end of the day, for whatever we take, it's always going to be from the smallest level to the largest. Even in the human body, it's going to be the cell which becomes the tissue, and ultimately it goes on into a full human body. That way, even leadership starts at the smallest unit, which is the self. So the first important point of being a good self-leader, of being a good leader for yourself in the first place, would be self-awareness and self-knowledge. Self-awareness means being aware, knowing about your own self, knowing what kind of a person you are, your weaknesses and strengths, and how you can play your strengths, how you can improve upon your weaknesses and all of that. Self-knowledge is knowing about yourself and improving that knowledge, how you can develop yourself more. That's one point of self-leadership. Second thing is identifying desired experiences, how you identify new experiences and bring it to a point where it will help you develop in life. Constructive thought and decision making. Again, we are all a product of our decisions. So self-leadership involves making proper decisions that would help you in life, and constructive thoughts and getting to know more and more thoughts that would actually help you in life. The next would be planning and goal setting. This is a very, very important point because you need to plan right and set the proper goals in order to become successful in what you do. And next is the most important point where you have to optimize your motivation. So in self-leadership, one of the most important aspects is for you to be very motivated in what you do, because when you're being accountable for yourself, it means you have to do tasks which are not very pleasant, which are not tasks you look forward to doing, but you have to do in order to go forward in life or to succeed in something. So to get yourself motivated to do something is a very, very, very important part of self-leadership. And the next would be embracing failure and cultivating your grit. Because grit as in determination is very important, because failure is a given in a lot of things. It's not always that we meet success in life. So failure is something we easily come forward and come to face with. So we need to be ready with our contingency plans, our plan B, that is, and other emergency plans in case our plans don't succeed. So self-leadership all in all is a very important aspect, but that's something I have not seen as being discussed very often. So I thought let us put some food for thought in this meeting. Now I'll be back with one more video which I'll show you later. As of now, it's just this. Now I'll call up. So I do believe I have sown the thought of the concept of self-leadership in all your minds. More food for thought later. Right now, let's call upon table topic master Toastmaster Venkat Sai to continue with the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitya, and thank you for giving that core competencies before we take charge as XCOM. I got to know that core competencies and try to use that in this. Yes, and good evening, one and all. And good evening to the area at Toastmaster. And thank you for coming to the meeting and accepting our invitation. And yes, now what is the topic? Table topic is a table topic for the day. So there are lots of topics, and today's theme is leadership. So I'll be giving few topics on leadership, few topics which are something funny and something you can answer, so that you will feel that yeah, this is a table topic. It's not some impromptu. Right. Who will be the first speaker? Now you don't know by the way of I doing. I'll be calling out. I'll be counting 5. If nobody comes, I'll be picking up that person, and that person should answer whatever the question comes. So this is just a small warning if you think. Yes, Toastmaster Uma ma'am. Yes. So Toastmaster Uma, your question. This is a quote, so interpret that. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So the quote is goes like this: leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want to done because he wants to do it. I will repeat again for your understanding. Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want to done because he wants to do it. I think you have got the quote.
Yeah, I'll just repeat it.
Yes.
Leadership is art of getting someone else to do something because
Someone else to do something you want to done because he wants to do it. If you're not clear, I can change the topic, ma'am.
yeah,
So
I
it's
think
okay. Actually, the quote goes this way: leadership is something that you make someone else do it because you want to do it.
This is something I created funny quote, but yeah, that's a real quote which I so knew it that. Okay, ma'am. Toastmaster Uma, are you clear with the quote, or do you want a change of topic?
yeah, I understood it, but I'm not very clear with the
Okay, that should
topic.
not be in the mind, so I'll be changing the topic for you.
Yeah.
The quote is here. Again goes here. People who enjoy meetings should not be in charge of anything. The quote is: people who enjoy meetings should not be in charge of.
People who enjoy meetings should not be in charge of anything. I 100% agree with this. What if you are a general evaluator, timer, accounter, and also a grammarian and doing multitasking roles? Will you be able to give your table topic 100%? Will you be able to listen to prepared speeches? Will you be able to participate 100% fully in the session, Toastmaster sessions? I don't think so. No doubt you have to do multitasking and you have to take up roles for your club when people are not there. But then if everyone participates according to the roles allotted, you will be free and you can enjoy the session as you wish. So nowadays, once in a way, I have stopped taking roles and I have started enjoying the sessions because I used to take so many roles earlier. I thought for a change, why not enjoy the sessions? It is almost 2 to 3 sessions I have not taken up any roles, and I have started enjoying Toastmaster sessions more beautifully than before. So I don't say that I'm neglecting my responsibility, but just for a change, I want to see how it is to be without taking up any roles. You should do it once and maybe twice to see how it is. Only when you take up the responsibility, you will know how difficult it is to enjoy the meeting. When you don't have any responsibility, you can give 100% to the session and you will start enjoying the meeting also. So once in a way, I suggest that you take a break from the roles and enjoy the meeting without taking the responsibility. I'm sure all the role takers will hereafter take up their responsibility sincerely so that you give a chance to everyone to enjoy the meeting also. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Uma. I hope I'm audible right now. I got disconnected, so sorry for that. So who is the next speaker? I won't be asking like this, and next time I'll be picking up the persons. Dr. Rajeshwari.
Yeah.
Are you ready? So, ma'am, your quote. Never underestimate the power of stupid people in a large groups.
Never underestimate
The
the
power of stupid people in a large groups.
power of stupid people.
In a large group. Sorry if I'm using something wrong words. I know that we should not use, but yeah, this is a quote which is said. Hope you got the question.
A
Ma'am.
wonderful quote. I understood the meaning of this quote.
Yes.
Never underestimate the power of stupid people in a large group.
Yes. Please go on.
You can understand more better than a professor, because I have faced so many students in my classes and I don't consider them stupid anymore because I know the power of stupid people. I unknowingly sometimes called my student stupid. You don't know what's the meaning of this? You don't understand the lecture is going on. Can't you keep quiet? And imagine, after 10 years, I saw that same stupid person has become a chairman of a big company. Now tell me, was I wrong or not? So never underestimate the power of the stupid people in the large group. This stupid, so-called stupid person can be a future leader. So never also judge the book cover. Okay, the content of the book by its cover. It is almost the same meaning. So whenever you are in a group or you are a leader of a group, you may need to take the opinions of the people whom you may consider stupid as well. So always consider each one as powerful as you are at the present moment. You may never know what will be the future. So that's all for this topic.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I want a round of applause for attempting this type of quotes by a professor or by a doctor. Who is the next person? Can I ask Toastmaster Sonalata to come up? Or Toastmaster Pravat?
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Or else, yeah, you're doing a multitasking. You can do a triple tasking also now by answering some questions.
Yeah, you can go with Pravat, sir, then I'll pick up.
Okay.
And Sonalata ma'am, please note my as, us, and ping me in the group, in the chat.
So Toastmaster Pravat, can you hear me?
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So the quote for you. Many people ask the difference between the leader and the boss. The leader is leads and the boss who drives. The question is this. I'll repeat for you. Many people ask the difference between the leader and the boss. The leader who leads, the boss who drives. I hope you got the question.
Yes.
You can start when you're ready.
No, the topic is just people think, or is my opinion?
Your opinion. You should interpret the quote. That's a quote which I said.
Okay.
Yes.
It is often said that the leader is either born or made. Most of the time, it is usually made, because the situations The difficulties, the real life challenges brings out the best in a leader. But the boss is a self-made, but in not in a leadership way, not necessarily in a leadership way. People generally look up to a boss just to receive the commands, just to receive specific instructions, commands, and to some extent advice. But a leader who goes the way, does the way, shows the way, and takes all those followings together where it really matters the most, the ultimate goal, and the bring out the best in each and every individual. That is why most of the people, even after the tenure of the person has gone, long after remember the leader for the regions which have affected the leadership qualities, even brought developed in that person itself, himself or herself. There are many examples of leadership, like politicians, sports persons, national level corporates, but bosses, they are very rarely, abundantly found and comparatively less revered as compared to leaders. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pawat. I want a round of applause for Toastmaster Pawat. Now, Toastmaster Sonata, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. I think this question is made for you only. The quote which I'm going to say, the first rule of leadership, everything is your fault. So the question is this: the first rule of leadership, everything is your fault. I hope you understand. Yes, you did. So the stage is yours.
I remember 10 years back when I started as a graduate trainee engineer. We were passionately working for a big project for almost 7 months, like day and night together. And then when the client came for the review, all of a sudden I heard that my top boss is being fired. It was a big shock for us because he was a mentor. He was someone who held the entire team together. But then when we went to him and asked, "Sir, what has happened? Our project was so good. We have worked so hard." He said there was a level of some communication gap between the leadership team and all the members. You know what? When the leadership team called him up and said that this is a big blunder that has happened, the only thing the leader responded, he said, "It's my mistake. It's my mistake that my vision did not translate to the ground level engineers. It was my mistake, so I accept." And then when he did this, we all found that how could the management be so rude? They have taken a person who has done so much work. But we all were even surprised. You know what the final CEO of the company did? He actually promoted him to the higher level after that meeting and even gave 1 year of extension to rework the project. All the other leaders who said that it was directly a problem of the top leader were not given any promotion, but he was promoted. And when the CEO was asked, "Why is Hemarajan being promoted?" they told that first quality of any leader is not to blame on others. There was a very easy opportunity for him to say that the work culture was different. We were working with different teams all throughout the world. He could have told that there was a language problem, there was a time difference in working. But the first word that he uttered was, "It's my problem. My fault that I was not able to communicate to all the team problems." So from there, I have always learned, if you want to take the credit of all the work that your team members have done, be ready to be the first person to take the blame, even if your team fails in spite of all the hard work. Because it's not about what others desire, it is about how true. If you are a leader, then it's definitely that it will reflect. I also remember one of the quote that Praveen Vadalkar sir always used to say, that if the audience are sleeping, bake the leader, bake the speaker, because he is making the people sleeping. It's not the fault of audience, but it is the fault of the speaker. So with that, that's what is my thought about it. How about you, table topic master?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonagata, for creating that answer or telling that answer so much nicely. You have created a positive quote from a negative quote. Everything is your fault. How many of you accept this first rule of leadership? Everything is your fault. Just a normal question. Don't feel hesitated. Yes, 4. Not including me. So please don't include. Who is the next one? Okay, Toastmaster of the day is ready. So Toastmaster of the day, I'm not going to give you a quote on leadership because you're doing a theme on leadership. So I'm going to give you something different.
Okay.
Yes. So Toastmaster Nitya.
Yeah.
So your question goes like this. If you are a AC remote, what will be your life?
If I was a
If you are in the place of AC remote, what will be your life?
If I was in the place of an AC remote.
Yes. How will be your life?
Sure. A very good evening to all of you. This is a very interesting premise. I do have an AC remote lying next to me, and let me narrate the story of an AC remote. Imagining me to be an AC remote in my house. The AC remote in my house is the most sinned creature because I keep switching the AC on and off, fidgeting with it again and again. Honestly, if I was if it was my soul inside the AC remote, it would just start crying, considering how I keep projecting with it and troubling it so much. I would just lie all day long in one place, which is a very nice thing. But the other part is getting into trouble all the while. And another aspect of what an AC remote would do is to help switch on an AC, which is going to give you really good air. So the pros and cons being, I could stay in the same place the whole day, which I can't do as a human. So that's definitely an advantage for me. But the disadvantage is going to be the fact that I'm going to be in trouble and again. Oh, that's it.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitya, for answering that question. Okay. Who left? Who didn't take the table topic? Everybody has taken. Everybody got a chance. So who will be taking the second one if they have time? Timer, do we have time?
Yes, we have ample time.
Okay. How many more we can take?
We can take 2 more. If people are ready, they can go for another.
Okay. I think Toastmaster Ruma will be taking that. She's a table topic champion.
Please give me a topic.
Yes. So Toastmaster Ruma, the topic is like this. The problem of being a leader is that you are never sure that you are being followed or you are being chased. The problem of being a leader, that is, you are never sure that you are being followed or you are being chased. I hope you understood the topic, or else again I want to change it for you.
Yeah, can you just explain briefly about that? So that
yes. So if you are a leader, ma'am, so think that you are a leader, you are leading a group. So you don't know that you are being followed by your group of people or you have been not being following by the group of people. So whatever instructions you are giving, you don't know that you are being followed or not. So that's for the questions.
Okay.
I hope you understood.
Yeah.
Yes.
A leader is one who inspires others and also inspires himself or herself. Many times we give instructions to our team members, asking them to do this task, do that task. And we are not sure whether they are ready to take up those roles and what is the real problem, why they are not turning up, why they are not following our instructions. So we are looking only from our side of view and we are not thinking about their problems. Why is it that they are not following our instructions? If we just think in their point of view also, we will know why they are not following us or why they are not obeying our instructions. Always we have to think from the other person's point of view also. And that will give us a clear picture as to why things are not happening the way we expect. So when we have a clear talk with them to find out what are the problems they are facing, maybe we will get a solution for that. Many times we think, yes, they are following us, they are being influenced by us, but if you don't know the real picture behind the scenes, what is going on, we will be left staring at a blank picture as to why things are happening. So it is always better to communicate and find out why this is happening. And then maybe we can put our chin up and say, yes, things are going to go on fine once we come to know what is the real reason behind things. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roma. So who is going to take the last topic as
Take.
directed by the timer?
I'll take it.
Is it Toastmaster Nitya?
Yeah.
Yes. So Toastmaster Nitya, the topic for you. There are no office hours for the leader.
Okay. There are no office hours for the leader.
Yes.
There are no office hours for a leader. I think this statement cannot be truer. In the age of talking about work-life balance and all other related stuff, we need to examine why this is true. So of course it is essential that we have a work-life balance, but as a leader, you can never really hope to do it too much. A leader is the ultimate lead of a project and is answerable and accountable being key for everything good or bad that happens there. So a leader needs to know how things are going on at every instant. So in such a point, or on such a point of time, when it translates to the time frame, it so happens that the leader needs to be aware of all the happenings and get updated all the time, which would mean he or she would have to work round the clock. Kind of round the clock may not be all the hours, but at least 3/4 of his or her time needs to be dedicated towards knowing the updates of a project. They generally say working towards a task is easy, but managing all the tasks and the human resources, it's just much tougher, because you have to go into micromanagement at some level and know what's happening so that you can answer your superiors and to every other person who you're answerable to. So a leader cannot hope to work just for the typical 9 to 5, as we generally say, and needs to work for more time if and when required. So a good leader cannot really have work-life balance, because you need to be empathetic towards everybody, know what everybody is doing, and be glued to everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitya. So that will be the end of my table topics, and I pass over the stage. And I thank everyone for attempting the table topics. I hope I did some truthfulness to the role of table topics. Over to you, Toastmaster Nitya.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master. We had a lot of eye-opening topics, and I'm sure all of us have learned new things, new perspectives from, be it Uma ma'am or Swarnalata ma'am or Rajeshwari ma'am or anybody for that matter. So thank you everyone for giving us new perspectives to think about and chew on and ruminate on.
And on some occasions, understanding the topic itself was more difficult than responding it.
That's true, but we were able to come up with new interpretations, which is a very nice thing, right? So thanks to everybody once again. Moving on, I thought we need to see or know a little more about self-leadership so that we can explore that in detail individually. As we say self-leadership, and self-awareness, we can make ourselves self-aware about the concept of self-leadership, but let's have some basic knowledge about it so that each of you can explore it further if you're interested. So I would like to just share, show a video. I'm just sharing the screen right now. Just a second. Just a second. I'm sorry, just give me a second. Yeah. Forward.
Why self-leadership? Self-leadership is the ability to influence yourself to achieve your objectives. Self-leaders have self-awareness, self-confidence, and self-efficacy. Self-awareness is about knowing your intentions and values, as well as knowing what can push your buttons and derail you. Self-confidence comes from knowing your strengths and abilities. As we take actions and develop skills, we become more confident. Self-efficacy is the belief that whatever comes our way, we can handle it. With self-efficacy, we can be creative and innovative. Self-leadership is about taking responsibility or ownership and being accountable to commitments made. Therefore, self-leaders make better entrepreneurs or employees and are better team players. What makes the difference is the coherence between intention and action leading to impact. Self-leadership is a journey, and the more self-leadership we attain, the more successful we become. And the more successful we become, the more self-leadership we need. Learn more at selfleadership.com.
I hope that video is interesting and informative at the same time. It was really nice for me to explore this topic in the first place. Like, I got to learn a lot through this whole process, and I think we should all become more efficient self-leaders and be accountable to our own selves. I mean, more than anything else, let's be accountable to our own selves and then be accountable to the other necessary people. From what I went through, if any of you are interested, there are also courses conducted by reputed institutes and organizations about self-leadership. You can definitely Google and go through about that. I mean, since we aren't supposed to endorse any particular organization or anything, I'm not taking names. You can definitely explore the internet and check it out. From what we saw in the video, creativity is definitely a very important part of leadership. You need to be creative and you need to keep thinking about new things and be updated about things, definitely. And second most thing that I've kept reiterating all the way, and which I would like to tell again at the cost of boring all of you, is the concept of accountability. You know, being responsible is the first tenet of good leadership. You need to be a good leader. You need to obviously be empathetic towards the other people. You need to place yourself in their shoes to know what the other people are doing and what could their possible pain points be. So definitely that will make you a good leader. And this holds good for this empathy, of course, holds good more in the case of team leadership. But in case of self leadership, being empathetic to yourself also helps. Accountability definitely matters more than anything. And you need to be self confident. Be confident. Keep exploring new things and keep motivating yourself, even at the cost of you thinking you'll actually face a failure, because failures are going to be the ultimate stepping stones to success. So that is what I would like to say. Now, moving forward, I would like to call upon the general evaluator to present her report, and also the tag team consequently. General evaluator, ma'am, please come forward.
Yes. So the session went so well, someone said, I am the master of my fate, I'm the captain of my soul. This completely resonates with what Toastmaster Nitya said. The self-leadership, self-awareness, confidence, self-efficacy, which affects and influences the objectives, our own objectives. So self-mastery is one of the quality of a leadership. One who can't master self will not be able to master others or lead others. So that was a wonderful topic. Thank you, Nitya. I find it very interesting and very encouraging for the Toastmasters here. Then Toastmaster Venkat Sai, the brain-boggling, brainstorming quotes theme was so wonderful. That was on leadership. So before concluding or presenting the report on all the things, I would like to invite the tag team to present their report. So timer, please present your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. As they say, time and tide wait for none. So the timer has also not waited for anyone. So here are my timing report. So the first for the table topic, Toastmaster Uma Natraj took 2 minutes 26 seconds. Toastmaster Rajeshwari Repata 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Pravat Prajana 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Swarnalata 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Nitya took 1 minute 20 seconds. Uma Natraj ma'am again in her second tenure took 1 minute 30 seconds, and Toastmaster Nitya took 1 minute 25 seconds. So all of them are qualified for the voting. That's all from me, General Only.
Thank you for presenting the report, Toastmaster Swarna. Now I invite the R counter to present the report. Pravat,
Yes.
Toastmaster Pravat.
Yes. Please allow me to present my screen.
Yes.
Is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Every speaker throughout the meeting spoke so well that I could hardly find any much oohs and ahs, because many of the speakers took multiple roles that might have resulted in some repetition of filler words. And Umamam had 2 hours, 3 ends, 3 souls, because she also took 2 speeches, table topic speeches, one after another, and some words were repeated the less earned. Venkat Sai repeated show 2 times. Sonalata Madam had 1 end, 2 souls. Dr. Rajeshwari had 3 hours, 2 ends, and 5 souls, because she had also multiple roles. So was the repeat word. Nitya said 2 hours and 3 souls, and I had 2 hours and a long pause. Congratulations to all the speakers for having such a clean and uninterrupted speeches, and improved over our past incidents. And here in R's and ohms, to avoid source filler words, if you can take small pauses or even slower a bit down during the speech, that can facilitate substituting all those filler words with small pauses, or even a relatively better word for that. And thank you for all those good speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Yeah, so next I invite the grammarian for presenting the report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. In today's meeting, I had a very good, interesting catches. So the first would be micromanagement, embrace failure, optimizing motivation, grit, core competencies, and also very good phrases like leader is not born but made, behind the screen, tentate, the real character, unravel. I'm sorry, I have a few words even I'm not able to read. Tenate. So some not so good usages that could be improved is you don't know my way of doing. It can be you don't know my way of conducting the table topics. The quote is, instead of that, the quote goes like this. I think you got it. I hope you got it. I heard one mispronunciation, DOS. It is not DOS, it is DUS. And one thing is, who is next? Who can be the next? Could be good. I hope you understand. I think I hope you understood. That could be good. I find it very encouraging. I think after this, what to say, PMOD has concluded it, so it can be like, I found it very encouraging. And PMOD said that I went through it. So instead of that, of what I researched, because went through is some experience or some negative. So it could be like what I researched could have been done. And regarding the word of the day, I found only Toastmaster Rajeshwari Rapata has used it. If someone else has used and have made.
Yes, Uma ma'am has used.
Sorry, Uma, I didn't notice that. So that's all from me. Thank you very much, General.
Yeah, thank you for that wonderful report, Toastmaster Swarna. Yeah, completing the tag roles and the reports, I have a few comments on the whole of the meeting. Our counter, Pravath Ranjan, has presented a beautiful report. Of course, while presenting the report itself, I could see that the presentation, the each and every word has been noted very perfectly. That's good. And another thing is the timer and the grammarian role, both done by our president, Toastmasters Swarna, was also as perfect as every time she does it. Yes, only, but she couldn't remember that Uma ma'am had used the word of the day. Further coming for the Toastmaster Nitya, the TMOD, our team TMOD, who had the theme of the self-leadership, where she presented it so well, and the code, the definition of the self-leadership, it was first defined in 2012. And self-leadership is defined as the practice of intentionally influencing your thinking, feeling, and actions towards your objective. So that was the definition, and she beautifully explained how the self-leadership is very important. Next, Toastmaster Venkat Sai. Venkat Sai, the brain-boggling, the brainstorming quote themes on the leadership quotes. Usually these quotes which help in generating the ideas along with the brainstorming. That's how we use the quotes in our life, which influence the ideas within one piece, and then these help in sending out the power within us so that we get motivated. So they can also send us into new directions by presenting the ideas of others. And finally, these quotes can be a succinct way to fuel a speaker and also the audience. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Venkat Sai, for presenting this beautiful theme of the quotes, leadership quotes. So let us, all of us, keep our chin up, and we have always been keeping the magic on, and it will continue so on and on in the future term as well. I have no negative comments on for this Toastmasters, because all of us have been done the roles very well, and I feel that this will continue with the enthusiasm. I feel the attendance and the participation should be more enthusiastic, and that is what is only the thing which I want to see in the coming meetings. So that's all. Over to you, President.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Thank you all for attending today's meeting. Of course, we had a very good installation ceremony. Thanks to our Area Director Toastmaster Anusha for gracing the occasion. And thank you everyone for accepting to be in the ESCOM, because a leadership role is something that, when offered, it's like an opportunity to grow ourselves, not just a club. It's how you take yourself growth. Why is it so important? Let me tell you. Being in a corporate, being in an office, it's always easy to be a leader. Why? Because all are bounded to you. When you are in a top position, even if you are in a mid-level, your juniors have no other option. They need a salary. They have to agree the boss, irrespective of what the boss says. But when we work in organizations like this, which is a non-profitable and no one is bounded to no one, then why would I come to meeting? It's because of the goodwill and the growth that the members see in themselves. As it aptly put today by self-leadership, by our Toastmaster of the day, I want all of you to applaud Toastmaster Nitya, because it is her first meeting and first taking up the role as Toastmaster of the day, which I would say was mind-boggling. And there are many points that I really liked. Think about your goal, be accountable. Yes, we all talk about being accountable to each other, but how are you accountable to us? So a big applause to you. The theme was so good and it was so thought-provoking. Toastmaster Nitya, congratulations for that. And the second, I would like to applaud Venkat Sai, who also took up the first role in our club as an TTM. So, and also, I would like to applaud two people, leadership. See, when we saw that we didn't have an R counter, Rajeshwari Rapata ma'am immediately said, I will take. Yes, it was a good leadership quality, of course, when everyone has to be. But I would like to applaud Pravat Ranjan sir even more than Rajeshwari ma'am, because once I know that someone has taken the responsibility, I can always say like, okay, fine, what's there? But he understood that it is not possible for her to do 3-4 roles. You know, the empathy, the leadership empathy. There comes the leader. It's not about like what's there. The meeting is going, someone is doing something. So a big round of applause for Pravat Ranjan sir to be quickly jumping into the role and realizing and saying that, ma'am, you've already taken a 3 roles, let me take. That shows empathy that a leader always is being remembered. The leader is not remembered for the crores that he earns for a company, but the way he treats his people. So I think today our entire meeting was about leaderships and we saw many people rising to that horizon. So congratulations for that. And since I was doing multiple roles, please pardon me, I didn't launch the poll or neither I had time to make the certificates. But from the next meeting, we'll have more organized. And I also take the comments from General Evaluator. Yes, we need to work hard to get more audience participation from our own members and also from the guests. Yes, the ESCOMs will be working for this. Thank you for the pointing out that. And I see no guests are with us, so I formally declare the meeting is closed. If anyone wants to share any feedback, please, the floor is open.
Because many of us could not keep our chins off while speaking, so let's make it an occasion to speak. Keep your chin up in chorus. Keep your chin up.
Yeah.
So at last use the word of the day today. Somehow.
And really, as Swarnalata ma'am have already said, thanks a lot to Nitya and Sai, Venkat Sai, for taking 2 key roles today.
Where is Venkat Sai?
He left, man. He has some.
Left.
We could have taken a group photo.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I think stop the live streaming now.